All right. Welcome to the Empowering Minds Mental Health Podcast. And today I would like to welcome back Mr. Terry Tucker. He is a sought after speaker who believes in the power of a good story to motivate, inspire, and encourage others to lead their uncommon and extraordinary lives. By combining his 12-year cancer journey with his diverse business, athletic coaching, and law enforcement expertise, he delivers compelling yet relatable presentations for conferences, virtual events, panels, meetings, and seminars. Mr. Tucker is the founder of Motivational Check LLC, and he has a Bachelor of Science degree in Business Administration from the Citadel and a master's degree from Boston University. He has been a NCAA Division I college basketball player, a marketing executive, a hospital administrator, a customer service manager, a SWAT hostage negotiator, business owner, and a high school basketball coach and cancer warrior. He is the author of the book, Sustainable Excellence: 10 Principles to Leading Your Uncommon and Extraordinary Life. Terry has been featured in Authority, Thrive Global, and Human Capital Leadership magazines. In addition, he is quoted in the new book, Audaciousness: Your Journey to Living a Bold and Authentic Life by Mabrielle Ortega and Helen Strong. Welcome back to the podcast.
Jennifer, thanks for having me back. I'm really looking forward to talking with you again.
Me too. I'm so happy to see you today. And so today I want to focus on your book. In your book, Sustainable Excellence, you discuss 10 principles for leading an uncommon and extraordinary life. Which principle, and this will be question 2, which principle do you find resonates most with your audience and why?
Yeah, it's usually principle number 2, and each of the principles are chapters, or each of the chapters are principles, whichever you want to go with that. And the principle is this, and I put this in there because I've done this in my life, and I can't tell you that I'm proud of it. I'm actually kind of disappointed that I've done this. And here's the principle: most people think with their fears and their insecurities instead of using their minds. And I know I've done that. I know I've wanted to start a business or get involved in a project, and you kind of pull back and you're like, oh, wait a minute, maybe I don't have enough information, or maybe I'm not smart enough, or what will people think about me if I fail? That's thinking with our fears and our insecurities. That's not thinking with our minds. And whenever I have, especially the opportunity to talk to young people, I always tell them, if there's something in your heart, something in your soul that you believe you're supposed to do, but it scares you, go ahead and do it. Because at the end of your life, the things you're going to regret are not going to be those things you did. They're going to be those things you didn't do.
Yep.
And by then it's going to be too late to go back and do them.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. It's so ironic that you say this because I just did some content today and I was talking about the same thing, how to a certain degree, I kind of didn't believe in myself, or I didn't feel like I had the tools or the skills to kind of move forward, but I would cheer everybody else on. But I wouldn't cheer myself on. So I'm so glad you are talking about that because now that I'm 48, there are some things now that I say, man, I wish, which I still have time, I can do them, but I want to have more moments of I attained.
Mhm.
I did this, I accomplished this. So I'm glad that you talked about that. Okay, so in your book, do you mind about the 10 principles? Do you mind kind of touching on some of those principles as well?
Yeah, I mean, so here's the book. I always go to the table of contents. It's just easier for me to do it that
Okay.
way and go through them. And I'll touch on some of them as we go. Principle number 1 is enjoy your life. Principle number 2, I just talked about. Most people think with their fears and their insecurities. Principle number 3, you were born to live an uncommon and extraordinary life.
Mhm.
Principle number 4 is always remain curious and ask questions. You mentioned one of the jobs I had during my career was I was a SWAT hostage negotiator. And
Mm-hmm.
we were always taught as part of that to be curious, always be sort of ending with, oh, you don't think you can do that? Or, well, what got you to that point? Always sort of end a question on that sort of up of, oh, I'm interested in what got you to that point. We should all be lifelong learners. I want to die learning. I don't ever want to get to a point, and I think a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people do. They get to a point in their life where they're like, you know what? I'm good. I know enough. I know it all.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know about you, Jennifer, but for me, the more I know, the more information I garner,
Mm-hmm.
the more questions I have. And I thought it would be just the opposite. The more information I got, the less questions I have. No, the more information you get, the more questions you have, the more you want to be curious.
Mm-hmm.
So that's number four. Number five, you are the person you're looking to become. I think that's really important. I always wanted to be in law enforcement, but I spent my first two jobs in business because my dad was dying and that's what he wanted me to do. But I always felt I was that law enforcement person. I always was that police officer. I wasn't there yet. I hadn't done what needed to be done to get there, but I always felt that that's the person I was supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
Number six, put your God and your family before everything else.
Yeah.
Seven, be part of something that's bigger than yourself. I think that's so important in life to do things, to stretch, to attempt things that I don't know if I can do that. That's okay. Just try it and see what
Mm-hmm.
happens. Number eight, and this is going to sound kind of weird, fail often, especially when you're young. Number nine, listen more than you talk. And then number 10, love is the most important word in any language.
I am enjoying these 10 principles. And so, um, once I replay this, I want the viewers to be able to purchase a book. So would you be able to tell us like how much the book is, where they can get the book from? I'm interested as well to get one.
Yeah, so there's an ebook, there is a paperback, which is this, and then there's a copy book. I
Mm-hmm.
do not have it out in audio form yet. I
Okay.
haven't had that opportunity. Pretty much you can get the book anywhere you can get a book online. You can get it at Amazon, barnesandnoble.com, Apple iBooks, wherever you can get a book online, you can get Sustainable Excellence. I'll be honest with you, I don't know how much it is, to be honest with you. I know, over time prices come down and things like that. I know it's not as much as it was when it first came out, but just go to one of those. I find the best deal you can and purchase it, and I would greatly appreciate that. Thank you.
All right. Oh, and something else I did want to add too. If you will be willing to share your like your website or contact information in case someone wants to reach out to you for like motivational speaking, that type of thing.
Sure, and you can also get the book on my website. It'll take you to the Amazon link. So I have a blog/website called
Hmm.
Motivational Check, and you can reach out to me and leave me a message there. That's motivational check, all one word.com.
Okay. All right. And lastly, is there anything today that you want to resonate to the viewers who will be watching this a little bit later on?
Yeah, let me leave you with this. There's a book called Farewell to Arms. It's written by a fairly well-known author by the name of Ernest Hemingway, and it's a semi-autobiographical book about his account as an ambulance driver for the Italian army during World War I. And there's a line in that book that I absolutely love. I think about it every day almost these days, and the line is this: life breaks everyone. And afterward, excuse me, many are stronger at the broken places. So just like if you were to break your arm and a doctor would set that arm, put it in a cast, and it would heal, your arm where that break was will be stronger than the rest of the bone in your arm. And I think that's just such a metaphor for life. life is going to break us. Things are going to happen to us. Somebody close to us is going to pass away. We're going to unexpectedly get let go from our job, or we're going to find out we have a chronic or a terminal illness. And I think if you can survive those, not only survive, but thrive,
Yeah.
keep moving forward. It's not going to be easy, but keep moving forward. You will come out the other side of that, just like that broken arm, stronger than before that happened to you.
Okay. Well, again, thank you so much for coming back. I'm so happy to see you. And again, you look so great. You really
Thank you.
do. You look great. So I will be making contact with you to give you the links and everything else that you'll need. But again, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to talk about your book today.
Thanks, Jennifer. I enjoyed
Thank
seeing
you.
you again. You have a
Take
good
care.
week.
You too. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.